My name is Benton Stokes. I'm a former fundamentalist, post-evangelical worship leader, and songwriter. I enjoy wry Manhattans, roller coasters, and road trips, just not all at the same time.
I'm Elaine O'Rourke, and I'm a teacher, an author, and a spiritual coach. I was a philosophy professor and a liberal pastor in a couple of former lives, and these days, I love aha moments and not-so-dry martinis.
We have conversations about life and God with a queer perspective, over cocktails, like you. This is Cocktail Theology. So today's cocktail is called the Belvedere number 1.
Oh, geez.
Which must mean there's more than one.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't mean that at all.
It's just a pretentious...
One of my very favorite things that you've ever played has never been repeated, and it's called number 1. And yet, are there others? No.
I guess if you have number 1, you don't need others.
Okay, what is this? I'm not sure how I feel about it.
I did not taste this before right now.
Oh my God, I just did a spit take on our... I didn't get on the mic, right? Okay, sorry. Go ahead, that was funny.
So it's equal parts cognac and bourbon.
Okay.
You probably picked up on that.
Yeah, I got that.
Lemon juice.
Yep.
And then it's triple sec and Luxardo.
Oh. Huh.
So it's very bright.
Very bright.
Kind of tart.
Yeah. There's something in there I'm not loving.
I agree.
I think it may be the cognac Luxardo mix.
Maybe that's it.
I think there's something about the way that's working is not working right for me.
Not playing nice together.
They're not.
Yeah.
They're not playing nice. They have not learned how to play well together. And playing nice together is one of the goals of humanity. Did you like that?
I did.
That was my lead-in for you.
I did.
Kicking it off to you.
I did.
Okay.
All right. So this is part 2 of a conversation. When I started editing it, it just made sense to turn this into 2 episodes.
Right.
It's a pretty good conversation, if I may say so myself.
I think it's a good one.
Where we're talking about what we're calling the Endgame of religious faith. In the first part, we touch on a lot of things. We talk about heaven and hell and eternal reward and prosperity gospel. And then we also talk about the flip side of that, which might be things like seeking inner peace or
relief from suffering
or making the world a better place. So if you haven't listened to part 1, I would love it if you'd go back and listen to part 1 before you listen to this, because I think it'll make a little more sense, although I think this stands alone pretty well on its own. It probably does stand alone,
yeah. In part 1, we get up to a particular point that I kind of say, what about this? So this is the what about this portion of the conversation.
It absolutely, you totally tease something.
Yeah. So I'm not going to say what about this anymore, though. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
All right. Hope everybody enjoys this episode.
Yeah, me too. This is the Endgame of religious faith, part 2.
So that's our range of Endgame.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay. The one that is calling me the most these days is actually none of those.
Okay.
The one that's calling me the most, and has been for a while, is this sense that as we connect with God and our deepest selves, which I think are connected things, and other people, we create a kind of wholeness within ourselves and almost invisible thread or depth of connection with other people that shapes the entire world and universe in a way that is good for all creation. And I admit, there's a little bit of process theology in there. People, feel free to send me your notes about process theology. Wrote major papers on it, doesn't matter. But there's some process theology in there, and I'm happy to give more information on that. But the idea is that we are so intricately connected, not just in the physical sense, not just in the matter and energy sense, but in this sense that God is so much part of all of this, that when we are aiming to tune to God and others, we facilitate, okay. Did you ever do those like circuit experiments as a kid in school or whatever where we become those little things that connect circuit, like we become, I don't know what they're called. I'm not an electrician, but those things that help connect everything, we become those people. And it is better for the world to be deeply connected, integrated, and interdependent than not. And there's something for me about the spiritual, truly spiritual connection that is essential to the reason I do any of this now.
Wow.
Thoughts?
Okay.
Feel free to go, I have no idea what you're talking about right now, Elane, and I think you've lost your mind and maybe you should stop drinking the cocktail. I've had really almost nothing, but go ahead.
How do you see that lived out in practical ways?
In practical ways, it includes practicing being in touch with God. And that includes prayer, it includes meditation, it includes, walking in grass, it includes whatever those things are. And for me, it varies depending upon what's going on in my life. Intentionally doing my best to align my spirit with the Spirit.
Okay.
Another piece of that is doing my best to remember that the person I'm looking at also is aligned or could be aligned with the Spirit, has just as much holiness as I do, and perhaps more. And that to not make that connection, mostly mental, because if it's somebody across the street, I'm not going to go, hey, Christ child. But to mentally make that connection, and as best I can to spiritually make that connection when I can. Now, I fail at that 99.9% of the time, but that's part of it. For me, it's also about attending to how much waste we have in the household.
Yeah.
Whether data centers should surround Manassas.
Right.
I mean, even though I work in tech, it's something I'm very conscious of and trying to figure out how to influence that. So it is about how do I assist in, or at least not destroy, the maintenance of this little planet that God has instantiated with or for us.
Yeah.
It's about those kinds of things, but it really is, I've discovered, it's not about being good. Like I'd like people to think I'm a good person, but I don't trust other people's evaluations of what good means.
Right.
So
right.
It is about how can I help create that, I hate to use the word web, but that web of spiritual existence with and for other people. And frankly, that doesn't exclude doing things that might be called venal, if you're talking about sins, right? Like, I don't think that drinking in and of itself changes the web of interpersonal connection or inter-God connection unless it pulls me away from God and other people.
Right, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it becomes a different kind of texture of ways of thinking about this stuff.
I really like that. And honestly, I think that's very much like emulating Jesus, because Jesus would pull away and have time alone with God and recognize the need for that and would proactively do that. Like, I'm going to go off by myself and tell people that. Jesus was very proactive in building those kinds of connections with people, whether it's disciples that he was with day after day after day, or the woman at the well, or like these one-off stories that we see in the Bible where he was very intentional about going deep with this person in a moment. And I think we have the opportunity to do that too. We can be very intentional about the interactions we have with people, even when they're one-offs. And I think that if Jesus were here today, he would be passionate about the planet the way that we need to be passionate about the planet. In his day, there weren't data centers drinking all the water and the power. But if there had been, I think Jesus would have been on the front line of this destroys what my father built, right?
There were people poisoning wells.
Right.
All that language about the well belonged from our ancestor Abraham has something to do with all of that stuff, right?
That's a good point, yeah. I think all of that is very similar to some of what I was talking about. I think about what many progressives feel these days about how do we make the world better, how do we build connection with people, how do we deepen our walk with God, whatever that looks like or means, how do we look at Jesus as the model and integrate the teachings and the life of Jesus, the behaviors of Jesus into the way that we live our life. the choices that we make. And how do we find that dedicated time with God? How do we make intentional connections with people? As for what happens when death happens, I don't know.
Right.
And when I was a kid, honestly, because of my upbringing, it was a very scary thing.
Yeah.
And being a teenager during the height of the Cold War, when bombs could drop at any minute, and we were, everybody was scaring us about that. It was a very scary time to be a teenager, trying to be, good and good in the eyes of God.
Right.
These days, I don't think too much about that anymore.
Right.
I think the important thing is the mark that I leave here.
Right.
Do I leave it better than I found it? Whether that's, a person that I encounter and get to know their life, and is there anything that I can do to help bring peace? Can I be that conduit you're talking about between God and them to help them find peace or comfort or relief from whatever it is they're suffering from? I think those are things that we can do that make life worth living.
I don't think we're talking about the same thing.
Okay.
Not that what you're saying is bad. I think it's about theology.
Okay.
Or something. I think everything you've said is good. And I think that many progressives, both political progressives and religious progressives, are doing all the right things for the world. I think most of what you said requires zero connection to God.
Yeah, I hear that.
What I'm talking about requires 100% connection to God. Because it is about literally who you are spiritually in the world. Up until the very end of what you said. And because I know you, I know it's a different kind of thing, right? Progressive is such an easy category to go, come on, people.
Right.
Talking to caucus, right? But there's something about it for me that you can't do without understanding that part of what you're doing is what would classically be called the priestly role or the mystic role. That is, it is all about that connection between God and you and others, rather than your behavior. So the way I'm thinking about it is, unless you can see, it's not a good way to put it, but unless you can understand that Jesus is special but not unique in his connection to God and to others, rather than a really, really, really good role model, you miss the texture of what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I see that.
But I think it's important because, for one, and again, I don't believe this is your view, but I think it's the view of many progressive Christians, and it is the view of my friend who doesn't understand why you need religion in order to be a good person.
Okay.
That religion is a thing added rather than the central core. And that's, for me, the distinction between, can I behave as a good person? Sure. Probably not as predictably. But yes. And can I be a thin place? Unless you believe there's an other side of that, you can't.
Yeah.
So I think that for me is the end game of faith. And the end game of faithful practice. And why it is so incredibly upsetting to see people like our current president talking blah, 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 about faith.
Yeah.
Because not only does it have no connection to humanity, it has no connection to God, but it also has no connection to yourself.
Right.
Like, that thread is gone.
Yeah.
And so it's like, for me, it's not only blasphemy and it's not only evil, it's also just like, oh, you have no soul. Like, literally.
Yeah.
You have no soul. How that happened? I don't know. I don't know whether some creature came and saw you in the crib and said, I will take your soul. I don't know how that, but something happened where you are no longer connected to anything that is precious in the world.
Yeah.
That's the difference for me.
Yeah.
Ugh. I don't know if that helped anybody other than me to get that out. Did that help you at all? Was that useful at all? Or are you just sitting here going, okay, Elaine, no more for you?
I don't feel that way, but for me, I mean, my motivation is entirely my relationship with God. I don't think that I'm capable of doing the things that I'm talking about unless I have a relationship with God.
Right.
I think there are people who think they are capable,
Okay, that's a good point.
of being that person without a relationship with God. Otherwise, they wouldn't say so.
Right.
But for me,
Right.
my core is deeply tied to God in prayer and in the way that I live my life.
Yes.
So my motivation is always going to be that.
Right.
And I think there are many, I don't want to say progressives, but I think there are many.
Sorry, I just ruined that word. Sorry.
I think there are many post-evangelical Christians
Yes.
who feel this way,
Yes.
for whom their deep connection to Jesus or to God in their youth or as a kid or in their upbringing still motivates them in a way. Not because God's pissy or angry,
Right.
but because we feel the deep love and redemption that faith gives.
Yes.
And that's my motivation, to be that person in the world.
Yes.
And then what comes from that, hopefully, is that I leave the world a better place.
Yes.
And that I enter into God's peace, whatever that means.
Okay. So I'd like to offer a modification of what I said earlier.
Okay.
So take away all my about progressives. Because you got to remember I pastored progressives, right? So I'm like, oh yeah, you don't believe in God at all. But take that away for a second.
Yeah.
Let's remove that image.
Yeah.
Instead, let's talk about the change in your person and the ongoing change, not singular.
Yeah.
But that progression in your person that happens when you have a relationship with God that then allows you to be the kind of person you want to be in the world who, as it turns out, looks like Jesus. So the end game of religion, if you will, is that the way that Dallas would talk about it is renovation of the heart, that ongoing renovation of your heart that then allows you to be the decent person in the world.
Yes.
So it's not about obeying rules in order to be decent.
Right.
It's about changing, an ongoing changing, connection. It is about staying plugged into the source of the goodness in the world in order to continue to be good in the world.
Yes.
Is that fair?
That's great.
Okay. All right, I'm good. So take away my snide about progressive Christians who aren't really actually Christian.
Well, and those people exist.
Oh yeah, and they're doing good in the world, and no shame, no bad things about it. But I wouldn't say then that the end game of their religion. I would say they're in their religion because they have a different end game.
Yes.
Their end game is being good in the world, so they lean on religion, which is where my friend is coming from.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So instead, I want to say that all of the reasons we gave, plus what we just came to, which is there's something about being connected to God that, in your case, continues to shape you into the kind of person you want to be in the world. And in my case, all things working, continues to shape me into the kind of, I keep pointing like I wish you guys could see me. It's less about the kind of person I want to be in the world than kind of an entity. It's kind of like the fact of my existing in and of itself does that. Is that fair?
Yeah, sure.
So connection to God is what enables all the rest of that.
I believe so.
Okay, I'm good. So that's the purpose of religion.
Thank goodness we figured that out. I was on pins and needles there for a minute. Listeners, we love hearing from you. Please tell us what you think the end game of religious faith is for you, for the world, for everybody. We want to hear from you. Cocktailtheology.com is where we are. Feel free to say, what the heck was that about?
I think that made total sense. I'm sorry. I'm preaching on something completely impossible to explain tomorrow, so be kind.
Reach out. We love hearing from you.
Please.
Give us ideas for conversations and for cocktails, because we love that too.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Funny how the view can change, how life just seems to rearrange itself, no matter what it was. I don't know how it goes, but look, moving on feels pretty good. Moving on feels pretty good.
If you enjoyed this episode, please give us a like and hit subscribe wherever you're listening right now. We welcome your comments, questions, and ideas for conversations and for cocktails. Please get in touch with us at our website, cocktailtheology.com. Cocktail Theology is a production of SFS. Our theme song is Moving On Feels Pretty Good, recorded by yours truly, Benton Stokes. You can find my music wherever you stream your favorite artists. Join us next Thursday for another new episode.